Hey guys, we are in the basement, and today guys, on this episode of John's Arcade, well guys, we are going to the garage because in this video right here, we're gonna check out a new game. That's right, a mystery game I have in the garage, and I'm pretty darn excited. And by the way, look at this. Do you see this? Do you see what's going on here? Yeah, Tempest is gone. I sold Tempest. It's gone. It left the basement. I no longer own a Tempest. And yeah, Computer Spaceball is in its place. But you know, I didn't sell the Tempest because of Computer Spaceball. Actually, I sold the Tempest to fund the purchase of a couple new games. And actually, in this video right here, we're gonna be checking out the first of these two games. These kind of Grail type games. Yeah, quote unquote Grail. But anyway, Tempest is gone. Then I had a space, so I brought Computer Spaceball down. It's right here. And by the way, the monitor is not perfect. I know that. We're gonna work on that probably this winter. And actually right now, I can't even coin it up because the coin mech is busted. So I need to put a new coin mech in there. But it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? You guys like it right there? I totally dig it. I don't know if this is the best spot, honestly, because it's kind of hard to play two players right here. But I really do dig the cabinet. So it's down here for now. And it's gonna stay down here, but it's in this position for now. I might end up moving it more towards the other side. But anyway, what are we doing in this video? I'll tell you. So I picked up a game. I actually picked up two games in the last week here, and these are two games that I've been looking for a long time, both of them. And the first one we're gonna talk about in this video, we're gonna go to the garage, we're gonna check it out. I have it under a blanket. I actually shipped it here. It arrived on Monday. It's Wednesday right now. I haven't even looked at it. I haven't plugged it in. I haven't done anything. We're gonna do all of that together for the first time in this video. So anyway, I guess enough of that. Why don't we just go to the garage and we'll check out this very special game, okay? And we're gonna look at it together for the first time. And this is a game that's coming down here. This is basement worthy for me. And actually, because I had two more games coming, I'm gonna have to get rid of one more game because the Bronco's gonna leave because I wanna work on that in the garage, okay? So we need to make room for the game that's in the garage. I brought Computer Spaceball down, so I have to get rid of one more game. I might actually remove, we'll talk about this later, but I might get rid of Frogger, and maybe I'll put it in one of the hangars. I don't know. So anyway, enough of that. Let's just go to the garage and let's check out this new mystery Grail. Yeah, I know, I hate that word too. It's overused, I get it, but it's a fun word. So anyway, enough of that. Let's go to the garage. All right, guys. All right, guys, we are in the garage, and yes, here's the game. Here is the mystery game. What is it? Do you guys know what this is? Now, I have to tell you, I'm actually very excited about this because I've been looking for this game, any flavor of this game, for quite some time, because I remember playing this game like at Showbiz Pizza when I was a kid. And I knew that this is one of the games I wanted to have in my collection, but you know what? I just never had the opportunity to get one until like a couple weeks ago. Now, this game right here, I shipped. It arrived on Monday. Today is Wednesday. I haven't plugged it in. I haven't looked at it. I haven't done anything with it. But this is a very special version of the game. It's one of the rarer versions of the game. And we'll get into that in a second. I'll explain all this. But anyway, I guess we should kind of just get into it. You guys want to see what it is? Let's kind of take a look here. Let's look at the back. Pretty plain. It's actually a fairly short cabinet. Probably about the size of like a Donkey Kong Nintendo cabinet style. All right, so what is it? All right, let's get into it. Here we go. You guys ready? You're gonna see right away what it is as soon as I remove this. So here we go. And it's Crazy Climber! So I played Crazy Climber when I was a kid. Like at Showbiz Pizza, I remember it vividly. And it's one of the games I've always wanted to get for the collection, but I just have never had the opportunity to get one. And the version I played as a kid was the Taito version, and it was in a generic Taito cabinet. It actually had a great artwork on a great marquee, great bezel, but the sides just said Taito, very plain. And that was kind of the version of Crazy Climber that was distributed in the US kind of widely, right? And then Taito also had a cabaret version, which was like the Taito trimline cabinet. Kind of a generic looking cabaret, weird cabaret really, but I think they're kind of cool. And then there was these other versions of the cabinet that are actually quite rare. And it was the version, this version right here, the Japanese Nichibutsu version, which is what this is kind of the version I've lusted after for some time. And I never thought I would actually get one. Actually, I knew where a couple of them were down in Connecticut, and I tried for like for a couple years to get one, and I was never able to get one. Well, this one showed up. Actually, I bought it from a gentleman on Facebook. I shipped it on Monday. I shipped it last week. It arrived on Monday. I brought it home. I haven't plugged it in. I haven't done anything with it. We're going to do it all together here for the first time. I haven't even opened up the back of it. But anyway, going back. So this is the Nichibutsu Crazy Climber, okay? This is like the standard edition because Nichibutsu actually made 3 versions of this cabinet. Now, I don't really know the whole story exactly, but this version, I believe, was made for the Japanese market. And it's very rare to find this in the US. They made a standard version. They made a deluxe version, which kind of had this crazy control panel that was kind of like down here like this. And then also they made a much rarer Cabaret that until recently, actually I saw pictures of the Cabaret, the Nichibutsu Cabaret, like on Dragon's Lair fans or one of the European sites, but it's super rare. You can't even find images on the internet of it. The Cabaret version actually looks kind of like this, but it's not as wide, and the marquee kind of ends here. And the owl logo is kind of cut off. And actually, Nichibutsu is the maker of this game. So this is kind of like a first-party cabinet, whereas the Taito one was kind of like a third-party distributor type cabinet, right? So this is actually the cabinet made by the Japanese manufacturer. Somehow it got here in the USA. Now, just looking here at the coin door, you could tell that it has the kind of Nintendo-style Japanese coin door, okay? And again, I haven't looked at any of this. And the materials they used also reminiscent of what Nintendo used. Probably, you know, made in Japan type laminate here. And this is kind of white laminate. It's actually really nice and smooth. So we're not going to do anything with this. Now, the side art that's on here, I do not believe that's original. I suspect, I have a hunch that this is a reproduction sticker. I don't know for sure, okay? But it looks to me like it is. Now, if we come to the front here, look at the T-molding, okay? It's pretty special T-molding. It's kind of brown here with silver trim. This is very reminiscent of the Sega cabinets. And thank God this T-molding is here because this would be impossible to replace. Look how cool that is. And we've got it on both sides. Now, I believe on the regular version of the Nichibutsu cabinet, which is what this is, that there's 2 different versions. One version has T-molding that goes here and here, and one version does not. So obviously I have the version that does not have the T-molding that goes from here to here. And this marquee, what's interesting about this version of the cabinet is actually nailed or riveted directly to this piece of wood, okay? And this is solid. There's nothing behind here. This does not light up, and that's by design, and it's totally weird, right? The deluxe version lights up. The deluxe version is actually probably the one to get. But you know what? I'm just lucky to even have this one, and I actually really dig it, though. It's a cool size. But the deluxe one, I believe the marquee lights up, and then the control panel is actually made out of plexi, and it's kind of like a curve like this, and it has artwork on it. Now, this control panel right here is all freaking wrong. This is not right, okay? Someone put a vinyl sticker on here, a black vinyl sticker over this whole thing, okay? Originally, this was black steel metal, you know, with silkscreen artwork directly on the metal, kind of like they did like on like Asteroids, Missile Command, you know, those type of games where you have a metal control panel and the artwork is silkscreen directly onto the metal. So right now we have a piece of black vinyl covering the entire control panel. And I believe the piece of metal here to be completely original, but we have a piece of black vinyl over it. I'm actually very, 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 very curious to know what's under this vinyl. What is underneath this vinyl? Is the original artwork hiding out under this vinyl? We might try to figure that out. And actually, I'm kind of thinking that I want to strip this vinyl off at some point. We're not going to do it in this video, but I want to take this vinyl off, and I want to see what's underneath, okay? And if the artwork is there, wow, amazing, great. If not, I think I'm going to get this control panel powder-coated, and then we're going to attempt to put the artwork on here. I found some pictures on the internet of the control panel. Actually, DJ DNS had an original control panel that he was selling, and actually I'll show it right here. The control panel is supposed to look, and you can see it has silkscreen artwork directly on here. So I'm wondering if we strip this vinyl and we reveal the metal underneath and we could see what kind of condition it's in and if the artwork is still here. And if the artwork is gone, maybe we take this to a powder coater. I have them powder coat the control panel, and then I figure out some way to get the artwork onto the control panel. Either I try to vectorize the artwork from DJ DNS's photo. Maybe we could do a video series on that too. And then I just get a sticker printed that we can just put on the top. It's not, you know, the way it was originally, but it would be a nice, quick, down and dirty way to get the artwork back on here. Or maybe I can talk to some local screen printer or something about screen printing the artwork directly on the metal here. So I don't know if that's a possibility, but I'm willing to find that screen printer and talk to them. The joysticks here are completely wrong. These are like HAP-style joysticks. And by the way, if you've never played this game, and we'll play it in a second here, hopefully, but you're kind of climbing buildings and you're using the joysticks to move your arms up and down the building. And actually, this is a game I never, ever, ever got good at. You know, it's kind of a rhythm game, and I just was never able to get good at it. So now that I actually own the game, I'm excited to try to get good at it. So, but these joysticks are wrong. The original joysticks, now I know on the Taito, I think the Taitos and the Nichibutsu version have two totally different joysticks. The Taito and the Nichibutsu joysticks are both all metal with black balls on the top. And the joysticks, I think, are more like Nintendo-style joysticks where it's all metal on metal on metal. And so I'm going to try to figure out if I can't find the original joysticks, which I'm assuming I cannot. Unless someone out there has the original joysticks and the control panel, I am all ears. Please contact me. But if we can't find that stuff, we're going to try to find some kind of joysticks that are just like kind of like the right joysticks with the ball and maybe metal and Japanesey, and we'll replace these kind of HAP competition joysticks. These are kind of the joysticks you'd see on Street Fighter. Now these buttons right here, the 1-player and 2-player start, are actually kind of similar to the originals. The originals kind of look like this. I believe they were red in color. Now the bezel here, that is original, and I just love that artwork. I absolutely adore this artwork. There is a crack back here where the buzzard is, okay? But you can see here, now I'm wondering, I'm actually looking at, so I think that this bezel is universal for this version and also the deluxe version. I'm thinking that the deluxe version had a little more verticality in here because the gorilla, his head is kind of cut off on the top here. And I should research that further to see if that's normal. And you can see they just kind of carriage bolted it right through some holes. But it seems to line up all right, and it looks okay. And you can see here it says Nichibutsu. And you know, I don't really know much about this company, by the way, Nichibutsu. If you kind of start researching them, they had a couple hits. They had what was that game called? They had a game that was in a Universal cabinet. I forget. But they kind of seemed to me like they were kind of like a Nintendo-ish company back in the day. And I kind of think this whole theme is kind of Nintendo-ish. But this game here predates Donkey Kong. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm actually pretty confident it predates Donkey Kong. And if you look here, though, it looks like Donkey Kong with the girders and the gorilla. Actually, you know what? I'm going to Google that really fast. Let's figure that out real quick. All right, so I'm looking here on the Wikipedia page for this game. So this game came out in 1980, okay? And it predates Donkey Kong by a full year. And it says here that it is one of Nichibutsu's most highly acclaimed video games in its library. It is a precursor to the platform game genre. Crazy Climber was the first video game revolving around climbing, specifically climbing buildings, before Nintendo's '81 release of Donkey Kong. So this game came out before Donkey Kong, and I find this very interesting. You have this ape here and these girders. That just reeks of Donkey Kong, doesn't it? And again, I just love these graphics. I love this bezel. And I also love the marquee. I really do. It looks great. This little guy climbing here and the vulture. I like the logo treatment and the clouds and the balloon. It kind of looks like Balloon Fight, doesn't it? So let's kind of look around before we open it up and plug it in. What do you guys think, by the way? Do you like this? It's a cool cabinet, man. I cannot wait to get this in the basement. Now, the one thing I noticed, and we're going to see what this is all about after we plug it in, and I noticed this right away when I picked it up. Now, again, remember I said the marquee does not light up. Okay, this marquee is literally on a piece of solid wood right here. okay? And when I'm picking the game up, I'm looking at this right here, and I'm like, what is all this stuff right here? There's like kind of wires, and you look underneath here. You guys see this? I'm like looking at the game, I'm like trying to figure out what is this stuff? Like what's this and that? And it kind of comes down here, and it goes around the marquee, and then it starts coming up here, and it follows down the profile of the T-molding all the way down the entire cabinet. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, this is glued on here. I'm like, what is this? And then I realized what it was. This is EL wire, guys. Now, I think one of the previous owners, because that marquee did not light up, it must have bothered somebody, so they added EL wire all the way around the perimeter of the marquee, and then also all the way down the T-molding down the front of the cabinet. So I don't know if that still works. I think we're gonna remove it. I don't know, we'll have to see how it looks. It's a rather interesting mod though, for sure. I'm really curious to see what this does to this marquee with the EL wire. Anyway, let's go to the back. So that's kind of the whole front of the game. And then back here, let's see if there's any markings or anything. So the back of the cabinet, it's a little banged up. We're not going to do much of this game, by the way, guys. I'm not touching this thing. So down here is a tag. It says Nichibutsu. Again, you know, that is very reminiscent of a Nintendo tag. It looks a lot like a Nintendo tag right there. Look at all the Japanese on it. Made in Japan. Serial number CCA 814. I have no idea how many of these games they made, but I think it's pretty safe to say that there's not a lot of them in the US at all. So does that mean is that number 814? Did they make 1,000 of them? Did they make 5,000? I have no idea. But I think it's cool it has the tag there. So let's kind of open this up here. Let me get my screwdriver. Hopefully everything's in one piece here because again, I haven't even looked inside yet or plugged it in. So let's take the back door off. Okay, well. What's going on in here? What the heck? All right. Wait a second. What? Why is this in here? Guys, do you see? Why is there a Kinect in here? What? Okay, I'm thoroughly confused. Why is there a Kinect in here? There's a Microsoft Kinect inside this game. All right, I'm gonna have to ask the seller about this. This is an Xbox One Kinect. That is so weird. Why is that in here? I do not know what to make of that at all. All right, well, hey, I got a free Kinect. I already have one for my Xbox. All right, bonus. All right, let's take a peek in here. So, the monitor. So I have to research this. I'm wondering, this is a Cortec in here. I do not believe this is the original chassis or monitor. No, it's not. I believe the monitor it's supposed to be in here was like Hoya or some Japanese monitor. This is not the original monitor. I believe this is the original frame, okay? But they dropped in a new monitor. This is like actually a very new monitor that's in here. That's actually good, as long as it works. You could see that tube is pretty brand new. Yeah, that's a pretty new monitor. All right, well, you know, we'll take it. Here's our switching power supply. Here's our isolation transformer. This right here, don't know what that is. Yeah, I really don't know what that little board right there is. And here's the PCB. Now let's look at the board here. It's got some kind of a security chip thing on there. See this right here? I think underneath here are the game ROMs or some kind of proprietary something that they're trying to hide. It actually has a Nichibutsu sticker on it. So that's a legit board. That's good. And then down here, I can see that the manual is down here. That's cool. We'll take that. So let's take a look at the service manual. All right, so we got a service manual. So here's the cocktail version of it. So actually, there was Wow, so how many versions of this game were there? There was the Taito Upright, which is the one that you see everywhere. There was the Taito Cabaret, which you rarely see. There was the Nichibutsu Deluxe version, which is super cool and really the one to get. And then there's the regular version, which I have right here. There's a Nichibutsu Cabaret version, and there's also a Nichibutsu Cocktail version. So there's actually a lot of versions of this cabinet. And actually, oh, here's some pictures too. So here's the deluxe version right here. This is the, see how the control panel is? How it's kind of curved like that? And then here's the table model. I wonder if this shows all the versions. No, it doesn't even show this version. So this is only showing the deluxe and the cocktail version in the manual. I love all these little drawings in here. Isn't that awesome? Let's see what else is in here. Here's a monitor adjustment. So operator adjustments. So it should be a Hitachi color monitor, which we don't have. So I'm wondering if it was a 100-volt Japanese monitor, kind of like what Nintendo was using too. I kind of don't mind that someone put a brand new monitor in there because we don't have to worry about it, hopefully. And then we just kind of go with here. We got schematics. Here's the schematic package. So cool. This is awesome. So Nihon Busen was like, I believe they're the video game division of Nichibutsu. This is the same company though. Schematic, wiring diagram, what's the coin counter, and the wiring diagram. So that's that. Okay, cool, we got the manual. So right here, this looks like for the EL wire, and are these like little transformers maybe for the EL wire? It says 12 volts DC right there, and it looks like they're tapping into the 12 volts on the power supply. All right, so let's pull the power cord out. I think we should plug this thing in. Are you guys ready? We may want to replace the power cord. We'll see. All right, let me plug in the extension cord. All right, I'm excited here. All right, let's plug it in. All right, you guys ready? I'm super interested to see what that EL wire looks like. All right, here we go. Hopefully nothing blows up. All right, monitor turned on. All right, let's go to the front. All right, so the EL wire, it's only lighting on one portion of it. It's kind of cool. I think we're going to get rid of this EL wire. This side's not lighting up at all. I'm not sure why that is. Just kind of checking the connections of the EL wire. Well, it looks like the EL wire is a bust. But the game works. Actually, the monitor looks fantastic. So should we play a game? Yeah, the monitor looks great. All right, so this is a game that I am very, very bad at. I have definitely played this game. All right, 2 players. Sound works. So we have to climb, and it's this kind of like rhythm that, see, I already screwed it up. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and then, oh no. Left, right, left, right, left, right, oh, left, right, and then those guys come out and they throw flowers on you. And you can go left, right, you can go to the left. God, I suck at this game. Come on, we gotta get in the rhythm. All right, we're doing it. We're in the rhythm. So he can't grab onto the windows. Uh-oh, here comes the vulture. So I don't quite know the movements down, and I don't know if these joysticks, so they're both left did that, both right do that, okay. Alright, look at that, we got some sprite issues. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna get to the top. Go, go, go. You guys remember that game Fire Trap I had? Alright, so I see. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. I see, so if I go up with both arms and then go left and right, he'll slide along the ledge. Let's try it again. So if I go both up, I got it. Alright, so if both arms are on the same level, you can slide over, I think.
Go for it.
It's got speech. I'm stuck.
Oh no!
The window closed on my arm, my hand. Slide. I'm determined to figure out this stupid game. All right.
Go for it.
Slide. There we go.
Go for it.
All right. There we go. We're flying now. Oh no.
Oh.
My hand is in the window. Darn it! Come on! Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Go, 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 go! Vulture! He's dropping poop. The poop got me! Come on, we gotta make it! I'm determined to get good at this game. Kind of already starting to get the hang of it. Darn it, the stupid flower! I'm trying it again. So Nihon Busan Company Limited, all rights reserved. Copyright 1980, Nichibutsu. Am I saying that wrong, by the way? Is it like Nichibatsa? John sucks at crazy climber. Come on, slide. Slide!
Go for it.
Go! Get my hand out of there. This game is frustrating. Window. No, window. Alright. Come on, we're cranking now. Stupid bird. Don't poop on me.
Oh no!
I want to make it to the top. Stupid flower guy. Player 1 over. You need 20,000 points to get on the leaderboard. Well, guys, how was that? Was that anticlimactic? Playing that game. It is from 1980, right? But, you know, listen, that's kind of a cool game. I think that if I can figure out how to play it and actually control that guy, I know there's like a nuance to it, and there's something about the fluidity of the controls that you have to lock into. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. Now, the one thing I noticed, though, down here is we have this. And I'm curious what's behind this door. And there's a piece of trim here that's screwed in. So that's the coin bucket down there. God, I wonder what's inside there. I don't know if we want to... Does this trim have anything to do with it? Or is it this key that's keeping us out? Is there any clues in the back? We might do that in another video, drill that lock out. See what's back there. Yeah, so the coin bucket is in here. So we had that little sprite error with that bird. I wonder, I don't know what to make of that. We're definitely going to remove this EL wire garbage. I mean, for one, it doesn't work all the way. And I hope that it doesn't, because it's glued, hopefully that is no big deal. And I don't know if this is going to leave remnants of glue on here. Yeah, a little bit. I wonder if we can carefully get the glue off. Boy, they really glued it on there. I'm looking up here. I don't know if we get some Goo Gone. Just kind of carefully try to soften up this glue without affecting the T-molding. We'll have to do a test spot maybe on the top here. But I definitely want to get this stuff off of here. It's like epoxied on. And as far as the control panel goes too, now I know that we're supposed to go on to Mortal Kombat, and we're going to. I might bring this game down in the basement as is, and then this control panel, for me, is the main project here with this game. I wonder if we could take this off and kind of get any clues. So there's a little thumb screw, there's a little nut here actually holding this on. Let me see if I can get the control panel off and we can take a peek underneath. Let's see if there's any little clues here. All right, so here's the control panel. And we've got these kind of hap-style joysticks and these buttons. I'm curious to know if the hole pattern here... I can see there's other holes. Pretty sure there are. I'm not sure. But I'm really curious what happens if we pull this off. Can we find the original artwork here? Yeah, there's some of it. Oh, geez, look at this. Look at that. The original artwork's underneath there. I wonder why they did this. I'm not going to pull that too much further because you can see it's already lifting up some of this. I'm wondering if we get a heat gun, if we can carefully get this off of here without removing too much of the paint. I'd be curious... Honestly, if we can get the original control panel artwork underneath this, even if it's trashed, I'd be okay with that. It's better than this. But I am wondering, though, if these holes that were added, I think that these holes are not the right holes. I can see that this little carriage bolt here is higher than this one. This is not totally square in here. So whoever drilled these holes did not do a very good job. Which kind of tells me that there's another set of holes underneath here. I bet you there is. That lined up with the original joysticks, and I bet you that this hap joystick had a different bolt pattern. So this control panel is a big mess. All right, so we'll worry about that later. So, all right, guys. What do you guys think, huh? Did I do okay? Is this basement worthy? Well, it is. To me, it's going in the basement without a doubt. It's far from perfect, but it's in pretty good shape, really. The sides, the original white finish is all there. It looks really good and presentable. The marquee is great. The bezel's got a crack in it, top left. We can let that go. The big issue, obviously, is the control panel. We got to do something with this to make it appear or feel or be more original-ish, and this is not. This is all wrong. And I don't know if these joysticks are inhibiting my ability to get good at this game. Probably not. But this is going to be a fun one to practice and try to get good at. Oh, it says here how to move the guy, by the way. So neutral position is left and right, okay? How to climb. Move right lever down, left lever up at once, then reverse, okay? To go diagonally, you go down and then diagonal with this joystick, or right it says. No, diagonal. Oh, interesting. Climb straddling by holding both levers to extreme outside, then climb. So there's all kinds of little nuanced things here. Move sideways by moving both levers to the side which you move. Trouble, move both levers up or down. Keep in mind when you move, both your hands have to be on a window ledge. So we got to figure that out. That's going to be kind of fun to figure out. So anyway, all right, let's go down in the basement. We'll hang out for a little bit. So there it is, guys. This is quote-unquote Grail 1 of 2. The second Grail is on its way, and we're going to be doing that video next week. I'm that Grail, the one next week, get ready. It's something that I've also been looking for a long time, and it's something that's totally me. And it's something that also fills a big void that's in the basement down there. So anyway, all right, guys, let's go back down to the basement. Woohoo! All right, guys, there you have it. That was the Nichibutsu Crazy Climber. What'd you think? Do you like it? Do you think it's cool? I do. Do you like the Japanese cabinet? I do. I think it's very special. So I don't know what to do right now. Because we got so much stuff now. It's like, do we go back to the garage in the next video and pull that control panel overlay off? I really want to do that, you know. You know that I want to do that, right? You know that I would really enjoy trying to get that overlay off to see what kind of artwork is underneath, and also to see what kind of extra screw holes are down there. You know, I should probably make a poll somewhere, like some kind of a voting thing, where you guys can vote on which project I should work on, right? Should we work on the Crazy Climber and get it ready for the basement? Should we work on the Mortal Kombat? Should we work on the Turtles? Should we work on the Bronco pinball machine? Or should we be working on the new game that's coming next week, the other Grail? So, and by the way, that other Grail that's coming next week, I think is going to come immediately down here. I don't think we're going to do much to it at all. I actually posted a little photo of it on my Facebook page. If you guys follow me on my John's Arcade Facebook page, actually, I'll show you a picture that I posted, and a lot of people were trying to guess what it is. Here it is. So this is the next game that we're going to be talking about probably about a week from now. And I'm telling you right now, as soon as that game comes in, I'm doing a video about it because I'm super excited for this game. And this game fills a massive void down here, okay? It really does, since we did the hangar in Ghostbusters and NBA Fast Break Left. So I'm super stoked to get that game down here. So we'll be talking about that soon next week. But yeah, I'm actually kind of digging the basement right now. I'm not gonna lie, Cloak and Dagger looks cool there. When we get that other game right here, it's gonna look awesome. When we get the Nichibutsu Crazy Climber, God, you know, I don't know if I can get rid of Frogger. This is getting hard. I'm looking around here. I don't want to get rid of anything. I need a bigger basement. So, anyway, let's move on and do some viewer mail. If you guys want to participate in the viewer mail, you need to email them to me at john@johnsarcade.com. john@johnsarcade.com. Could be a question, could be a comment, can be whatever. All right, let's go on to the first email here. This one's from Sean. It says, "Hi, John. Hope you are well. You mentioned a few weeks ago now that you might be coming to the UK. Is this still happening? And if so, what are the dates and the location, etc.? It would be great to meet you in person. Kind regards, Sean Kavanaugh." Well, Sean, I am coming to the UK. It's official. I've booked my flight. I am coming. Get ready for me. So I will be at Play Expo Manchester, okay? And their website is playexpomanchester.com. I'm going to be there October 14th and 15th. Now my friend James Brindle in the UK, he has a thing called Retro Games Party. He actually put like 130 games in this, okay? So we're going to be checking out all the games in this trip. It's going to be crazy. And actually, I'm really looking forward to seeing these European cabinets, because there's certain versions of these games that were in Europe and not here, and especially like the Zacharias stuff. So this is going to be awesome and really different for us. So again, playexpomanchester.com, October 14th and 15th, okay? So I'll be there. I believe that to be a Friday and a Saturday. And then Saturday night, I'm going to be at Arcade Club with my friend Alex. Now, you guys remember, and also Whitney, you guys remember them when we did the Southern Fried Game Room Expo thing, we did the Sky Skipper reveal. Well, they're going to be revealing the Sky Skipper in the UK. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work. We'll talk about that soon when I have all the details. But for now, I'm going to be at the show the 14th and the 15th, and then probably at Play... what's it called again? Arcade Club in Manchester that night, like the Saturday night, like the 15th, I believe is what the date is. So I'll be there. I'll be posting all these details as I know them, but that's kind of the general schedule, or sedule, as you guys might say. And we'll be talking more about that, but I'm super excited. And then also, I'm going to be in London one night too. So we're going to have to figure all this out, okay? But it's all happening that weekend, the 14th, the 15th, the 16th of October, where I'll be in the UK and London and Manchester and all that, and I'm beyond jazzed. And you know, and besides seeing James Brindle's collection at the Play Expo show, there's also going to be a Sky Skipper reveal in the UK. And by the way, I want to share something with you that came in the mail today. So I picked this up from my mailbox the other day, but I actually opened it today. So Whitney, okay, from the Broken Token podcast, him and Alex got me this. And the thing is, I get this package, I'm like, what is this, right? And I open it up, I'm like, what is going on here? This is a baseball bat. I'm thoroughly confused, right? So I'm pulling this out, right? And then look at this. Look at what this is, guys. This is super cool, right? So it's a Louisville Slugger, okay, which is, of course, if you guys aren't from the U.S., this is the standard baseball bat manufacturer of the U.S., okay? This is a custom one, though. It says Sky Skipper Project right here. And if you keep going, it says genuine John Jacobson Black Dog 7 Louisville Slugger. So these guys made these commemorative bats for the Sky Skipper Project, and Whitney sent me one, and Alex. So guys, thank you for this. This is super cool. This is like beyond cool. I love this thing, right? I'm gonna keep this down here, right? And just, come on, you're gonna mess with my games? This is my enforcer for the basement. Don't mess with my games. So yeah, I like this. So Whitney, thank you very much. And again, I'll be in the UK with Whitney and Alex and James Brindle. It's going to be just a heck of a trip. I cannot wait. And the Arcade Club's supposed to be cool too. So I can't wait to go. So that's happening. We'll be talking plenty about that, and I'll be documenting the whole journey. I'm super stoked for this trip. So yes, Sean, we are coming to the UK. All right, here we go. This one is from SD, Steve from the Netherlands. Hey, John, I'm a big fan of you and your channel. When are you going to do a restoration video of the Bronco pinball? It's taking way too long. You said years ago you would do a video of the Hobbit pinball of your friend Dan. Did I say that? Does my friend Dan have a Hobbit? He had a Wizard of Oz. Did he get the Hobbit? My friend Dan had a Wizard of Oz. We did a video there. Yeah, I guess I say things and then next thing you know, like months have passed. Did I forget? Anyways, keep up your good work. Love your channel and enthusiasm for arcade and pinball. Greetings from Steve at the Netherlands. So yeah, the Bronco. It makes me sad that we haven't worked on that. Guys, I got too many projects and not enough time. And that is the reality of everything here. You know, there's no shortage of videos. There's no shortage of topics, but you know, the Bronco, I brought this down last winter thinking this was going to be my winter project, and it never happened. It just never happened. I never worked on this over the winter. And so it's down here right now. So this is going to be leaving the basement like in the next few days. I'm going to bring it out and get it out of here because we need to make room for the 2 new games. But I do want to work on this badly for numerous reasons. I mean, besides the fact that I do think it's cool and different and unique because I don't have anything like this and I've never worked on anything like this. So I'm excited to kind of figure out how the EM works. I think that would be a very fun project and I'm not giving up on it. It's not going anywhere. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not selling it. I just don't know when we're going to work on it. And maybe I do need to make a poll where you guys can vote on what project I should work on next. or leave comments. Maybe I should do an official poll. That'd be kind of fun, actually. I don't know. I'm willing to do whatever. I'll tell you right now, though, my priorities in my mind are these 2 new games, because I know I can get those down here quick. So, do you guys like that? Do you want to work on the Crazy Climber? I mean, that's literally maybe 1 video, then we bring it down. I don't know. All right, let's go on. This is from Kevlo. Hello, John. First off, I want to thank you for all your awesome and informative videos. They have been extremely helpful. I currently have a Neo Geo MVS 6 slot that is in really good shape, but I need to replace the EL paper for the mini marquees. Do you have any suggestions on how hard is it to replace them? Thanks for your help. Cheers, Kevin. Well, Kevin, I actually Googled for you, and there is a website called surelight.com right here, okay? surelight.com. And they sell replacement Neo Geo marquee panels, okay? Now, they're not super cheap, though, okay? So here is a 6-pack for the Neo Geo MVS 6 slot. It is 150 pounds. That is pounds, right? That's not euros, yeah. 150 pounds. So I don't know, is that a couple $100 US, I think, for 6 of them? So they're roughly $25, 25 pounds each plus VAT. So I don't know, are you gonna be into this for about $250 US? Now these panels here, it says are an exact fit, okay? But it's not exactly like the originals, and I'll kind of show you, but I do think that maybe that's going to be the way to go. And actually, I would like to maybe get some of those for mine, because I have the original panels in here, but they're very, very faded. Can you see how that's lit up there? It's just barely lit, right? So I wouldn't mind replacing mine, and I'll show you how the original ones look, and we can kind of compare it to the photo from that website, right? So let's open this up. Okay, so here's how the originals look. And the originals, it was 2 boards, 1 and 2. Each board had 2 panels on it, right? So what you're gonna have to do is remove the original panels, the EL paper, and then you're gonna have to solder right here. See that? There's 2 solder joints. So I don't think it's gonna be that hard, assuming that you still have the original kind of circuit board that's back here. But you're gonna have to solder right there on those pads, the EL wire, the EL paper. I don't know, maybe I should order some of those too. I kind of wouldn't mind replacing mine, because mine are definitely not as bright. Now mine, I bought a long time ago. These are actually new old stock ones, but over time they lose their, so what game is this? This is Mr. Dude. Over time they kind of lose their brightness. They start fading. I got this backwards. Bust a Move goes here, and Mr. Dude goes here. So I kind of wouldn't mind replacing mine too. Maybe we could do a video on that, and I can order some of those. It's not cheap though, but I do love this game. I mean, this is a keeper for me. I love the Neo Geo. It's funny though, we've got a couple Neo Geos at the hangar, and they don't get a lot of play. General public doesn't seem to like Neo Geo. I don't know what to make of it. Is it confusing, maybe? Can they not figure out how to operate it? I have no idea. So, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back very soon. Next video, I don't know what it's going to be. We're going to do something in the garage. You know, it might be the Crazy Climber. Or should it be the Mortal Kombat? I was going to work on the Mortal Kombat last weekend, and next thing I knew, the weekend was over. I was kind of laying low and chilling. So, anyway, we'll be back in the garage some way next weekend. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. We're done. I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching and subscribing. You know, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe, because you're going to want to see the next game. The next game is amazing and cool and totally me. I can't wait to get that game down here, and we'll be talking about that very soon. So, all right, that's it. I'll see you very soon. Be sure to check out my podcast, Video Game Outsiders, at videogameoutsiders.com. Now, we do that podcast live every Tuesday. We're on the Riotcast Network. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can go to videogameoutsiders.com to listen live and chat live. And then also anytime, when it's not live, you can listen to it as an MP3. You can download our app, go to iOS Store or Google Play and search for Video Game Outsiders. Download the app. You can download all the podcasts for free. If you want to enjoy the back catalog, like from the last 10 years, there's a subscription of $1.99 a month. And then we also do bonus content like the John Show with John. Michelle has a show. And then we also do a show called Blank Outsiders, which is whatever. So check it out. Search for Video Game Outsiders in your phone app store. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'll see you very soon. Later, and bye.